I'm so excited and so grateful to even be here because, I remember coming here one time for a premiere a long time ago and imagining like, wow, it would be so great to be here for a film that I worked on. And now that I'm finally here, it's such a surreal moment.
And then Yonas right here, love. Straight ahead. Hey, nice. With that big, beautiful smile, Yonas.
I really want audiences to just like realize how important your friends and family are. I brought some of my friends. I'm glad they can be here. They're always there when you need them, and also just hope that they come out like they just went on an adventure with Elio. And also, just like Elio, if you're feeling lonely or you're feeling grief at a young age, everything's gonna be okay and you'll get through it. I think just seeing any movie in general doesn't do it justice if you're not seeing it on the big screen. And especially Elio, Pixar did such a great job creating this universe that nobody's seen before. And I think you just have to see the colors on a big screen. With any Pixar duo, it's all so great, but Elio and Glordon, they just have so much in common, even though one is alien and one is human. But their energy is so perfectly matched together, and they both share a lot in common. I think that's what's the best, and they're also just they're so cute, and I love them both.
Pixar has been brave from the beginning. They really give you heartfelt, thought-provoking stories and characters that are going through a lot of human emotions that are very relatable to people of all ages. What I most respect about Pixar, and for this movie in particular, is that we're having this little child battle, not just with wanting to find a place where he can feel he fits in, but he's trying to mend his heart, and he's in the process of grieving from an event that was very big in his life. And it would be for anyone's life, when you lose someone in your life. And he believes that his best home would be outside of Earth, would be in space, somewhere else.
Honestly, it was just a blast. Everyone from the cast to the directors, like Maddie and Domee, it just made it amazing to work with them. I think I like it because, it's sort of between worlds friendship. One is the son of an alien warlord, and the other one is just some regular kid. Honestly, because a lot of kids can sometimes struggle with loneliness and not having any friends, watching in the theaters really drives the message home of there's always someone out there who can help you and become your friend.
Well, it's the first time I've played a villain, except at home. And so it was really extra fun for me. And anything with Pixar, right? The writing's going to be there, the directing, the animation. So it's very collaborative when you come up with a character. They told me time and again, please don't do it like that. So, you got to be able to take notes. What's great about the film is you got to embrace your uniqueness, and you will find where you fit. And I think that's what you need to hear when you're a kid. There is a place for you out there, and you got to trust in that, and you got to be yourself. And don't let people mold you. Be where you feel you're comfortable.
I loved it. It was the fastest yes I've ever said, I think, when it was Pixar, because I wanted to participate in any way, even if it was just manning the snack room at Pixar Studios. I was happy to be there, and I found some photographs of me 15 years ago that I just put on Instagram of me wandering around the studios as a visitor, looking at all the sketches and seeing all the life-size models, and never could I ever have imagined that I would be here 15 years later in one of these films. And the script is so beautiful, and it's such a necessary message for young people of hope, and that you don't have to be a celebrity or a politician to have power and influence and to be able to affect change. I think because they have so many wonderful differences that they are able to find unity within. And again, that's a very powerful message for young people. I also think Elio is such a unique character, and the character that everyone wants to be friends with. I think Elio is the character I wish I'd be friends with, and it's so interesting that a kid like that is portrayed as a loner at the beginning of the film on Earth, and yet is a total legend and a total hero. And again, I think Pixar and animation has the power of singling out the child. There's that quote that it's the people that you never imagine anything of who do the things you could never imagine. And I think that that perfectly summarizes Elio. Well, I play Ambassador Questa, and Ambassador Questa is very dignified, very diplomatic, but very cheeky and extremely nosy, because she has the gift to be able to read your mind, which I think is very exciting, and I wish I could be Questa in real life.
I think it's a great film because I feel like the movie teaches you to be yourself, stay true to yourself, and knowing how to get used and adapt to a new environment. I feel like it's just a family movie. It's first of all, it's a Pixar Disney movie. Everybody loves Disney, don't they? So yeah, I feel like it's it's a family movie. It's amazing, aliens, kids. It's just wild, and I feel like it's a perfect movie for kids, adults, and I feel like everybody will love it.
Yes, I'm so excited. And this is my first time the premiere in the US. Yeah, I'm so excited. Everybody's so nice and so creative, and I'm a little nervous because this is my first the English voice acting, but they are so supporting me, and they so taught me everything. And yeah, everybody's so sweet.
Something I've been saying a lot is that I hope the movie encourages people to find their people. And I feel like with Elio and Glordon, they found their people with each other. And so that's really sweet. And that's not always easy to do, especially if you go to a new place. So yeah, that makes me really glad.
First of all, it's a Pixar movie, so it's going to be epic. I can only imagine. What I've seen, the colors are so vibrant and pretty, and it's an adventure movie. I feel like it has all of the elements that you want to see in a theater.
All that imagery, it's just beautiful. I wouldn't want to see this on anything but a big screen, because just that kind of energy that you get from seeing it there. You hear the sound, you hear all that. And Elio is one of those movies where you gotta see that, you gotta feel that. And I think that's why you gotta see it on the big screen.
Yeah, so it's basically about a kid who just, he feels like an outsider, and being an outsider was my whole, pardon the Ponzi phrase, raison d'etre, through my entire grade school, high school years. So I immediately identify with what this kid's going through, and I think that's true of a lot of people.
Very surreal. I mean, Elio's been just a little boy who kind of has lived at Pixar for so many years, and it's crazy that he's about to step out into the world, so we're very proud of him as a character and of the movie as a whole.
It's amazing. I mean, movie making is hard, but so rewarding. This is what we've been working towards, is being able to share this really special movie and this really special kid with the world. Yeah, it's surreal.
Mary, look back one more time, love.
I mean, this is the moment you're always waiting for, to have audiences see this movie and fall in love with the characters the way we have. So we're so excited.
Yeah, I think we've all been that lonely kid yearning, looking up at the stars and hoping and praying to find a place where they belong, to find their people, and that's Elio, and he tries really, really hard. He's really, really obsessed and passionate and driven to do this really crazy, kooky thing, which is to be abducted by aliens. He goes on this galactic space adventure, but deep down, what's driving him is this loneliness and yearning, and I think that's something that we all can relate to.
I mean, what I love about them is that they look so different, and they're from so far away. Glordon's 800 years old, Elio's 11 years old, but at their core, they're both just very lonely kids who wanted to be loved. And I think when you see them meet, it almost feels like this was always meant to happen. And their friendship, to me, feels very real.
and it's the heart of the film, so I can't wait for audiences to see that.
This again is this is one of the most beautiful films we've ever made at Pixar. It's one of the biggest sets. It's this world you've never seen before, and I think to see it on the big screen is the way to see it. It's just dazzling. So go check it out.
Really fashion all of these movies to be screened in the theater, and this one in particular, the Communiverse alone, this thing right here, when you see it on the big screen, it's just so beautiful. The animation, the artist did such an incredible job. You have to see it on the big screen. You really do. Well, I think Elio is really a secret handbook on how to make a best friend. And to watch them bond and to watch them talk is so much fun, but it also kind of teaches people how to be like a little less lonely in this world, you know? Like, to find that person that you can really be open with and you can share with. I think it's a beautiful summer movie, you know, and it's fun and it's funny and it's emotional and it's so charming, you know. Yeah, you got to see it together.
And Rob, one more right here. Rob, straight ahead, sir. Chin down a tiny bit.
I mean, this is a special film. All Pixar films are special films. And when I first saw a cut of the film and they met with me, they had some music that I had done as the temp. And it was soundtracking some big moments in the film. So I felt like whatever it was that I've been doing, they heard and they felt like this captured the vibe for the film. And that was really special to me. So this was just a treat to feel like I'm with some of the most creatively alive and brilliant filmmakers on the planet. Truly, the brains that populate Pixar are, it is quite the brain trust.
It's great to bring an original film to theaters in this day and age when there's so many franchise and sequel films, which are great, but we like to bring something fresh and original into the world and make that offering and have something new for families and audiences to see and enjoy.
Well, when we're making these, we're not watching them on little monitors. We're watching them on the huge screen, and the beauty, the detail, the texture, lighting, I mean, it's just, we have an amazing group of people.
Well, I think the thing we always try to do is find the emotional core to the story so that people, of course, enjoy the comedy and the adventure and so forth, but if you speak to people on an emotional level, and especially things that they relate to and are relevant to them, it really makes it a more entertaining experience and I think a more meaningful one.
I hope they just have a good time. They find something that speaks to them. They're like, yeah, I've been there. And that they find the emotion that we really worked so hard to put in. It looks fantastic in 3D, by the way. It really is. Imagine traveling through space in 3 dimensions. It's pretty damn cool.